All right, let's dive right in. The entire creative world is buzzing, maybe even panicking, about generative AI and what it means for design. If you're a designer, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You felt it. So today, we're going to cut through the noise and figure out what this all really means for your career. So, this is the big question, isn't it? The one keeping people up at night. Is this new technology an enemy, a tireless machine that can do your job faster and cheaper? Or is it an elevator, a tool that can lift you up, taking your career to a whole new level you haven't even thought of yet? That's what we need to figure out. Okay, first things first, let's just get this out of the way. The old school definition of design, it's dead, finished. If you still think your job is just about making things look pretty, you're missing the tectonic shift happening under our feet. It's not about the output anymore. It's all about the impact. So, to make sense of this new world, we're going to frame our journey like an elevator ride. We're going to go up floor by floor through 4 new stages of what it means to be a designer. We'll start with the familiar stuff and go all the way to the top. The goal here is for you to figure out, hey, which floor am I on right now? All right, ding. First floor, visible design. This is the stuff everyone thinks about when they hear the word design. But the rules on this floor, they've completely changed. We've gone from the era of hands to the era of eyes. So just to be clear, visible design is exactly what it sounds like. It's the colors, the typography, the layouts, all the tangible stuff you can actually see. It's been the bread and butter of our profession for, well, forever. And this is where the earthquake hits. It used to be all about your hand, your skill with the pen tool, your perfect kerning. That was your value. But now, an AI can generate 100 solid options in seconds. So the value isn't in making anymore, it's in choosing. It's in your eye, your taste, your judgment. So what does this mean for you? It means your role is shifting from maker to curator. Think about that. Your ability to draw from scratch isn't the superpower it once was. The real magic now is having a sharp eye to pick the best option AI spits out, and then applying that final 10% of human polish to make it perfect. Okay, let's hit the button for the next floor. Going up, welcome to Stage 2, Invisible Design. This is where we stop staring at the screen and start thinking about all the complex systems working behind it. You can think of invisible design like the plumbing and wiring of a house. You never see it, but without it, nothing works. We're talking user experience flows, business strategies, the logic of how a system works. It's designing the how and the why long before you touch the what. And this right here is AI's kryptonite. Sure, it can generate a flashy screen in a heartbeat, but it can't engineer the deep logic. It has zero understanding of human empathy or the emotional journey of a user. And that's our opening. That's a uniquely human advantage. So your role evolves again. Now you're a system architect. How cool is that? You're the one defining the rules of the game. You master prompt engineering to tell the AI what to do, you map out how data flows, and you decide how the system should respond to a user. You're the brain behind the whole operation. All right, heading up again. Ding! Stage 3, Innovation Design. This is where the designer's role explodes beyond the design department and becomes the central hub connecting the entire business. The old boundaries are getting blurry. At this level, design stops being this little siloed thing over in the corner. It becomes the glue holding everything together. You're not just talking to other designers anymore. You're talking code with developers, market share with marketing, and revenue goals with sales. Real innovation lives at that intersection. And what's making this possible now more than ever? You guessed it, AI. Tools like ChatGPT are basically universal translators. A designer who doesn't know how to code can now generate prototype code. A developer can visualize a marketing funnel. The walls between departments are crumbling down. Fast. So your new role? You become the orchestrator, like a conductor leading an orchestra. You're the one who understands all the different parts and brings them together to create something beautiful. You use AI to translate, to connect, and to lead the charge on real innovation. We've almost made it. We're headed to the penthouse. Welcome to Stage 4, Opportunity Design. This is the ultimate level up. It's where you stop waiting for problems to solve and you start creating brand new opportunities for yourself. This is a massive mindset shift. You're no longer just taking orders from a client. You're actively scanning the horizon, spotting gaps in the market, identifying unmet needs, and then building the solution from the ground up, be it a product, a service, or a whole new business. I mean, this says it all, doesn't it? Are you an order taker waiting for the phone to ring? Or are you a founder proactively making things happen? This is that final leap from being a service provider to being a value creator. And here's the wild part. This isn't some pipe dream. It's more possible today than ever before because of what's been called the democratization of execution. That's a fancy way of saying you no longer need a huge team and a ton of cash to build something amazing. So, your final form is the business builder. With AI as your co-pilot, you can validate an idea, build a product, and market it. Maybe all by yourself. You can literally become a one-person unicorn. The barrier between your imagination and a real business opportunity has never been lower. So, we've ridden the elevator from the ground floor all the way to the penthouse. We've seen how the role of a designer can transform from a visual artist into a full-blown founder. It's been quite a journey. But now the question turns back to you. This table just nails it, doesn't it? Look at how your perspective on AI completely flips as you move up. Down at stage 1, it feels like a terrifying enemy. But a few floors up, it's a helpful logic tool. Then it becomes a collaboration partner. And at the very top, it's a limitless resource for you to command. How you see AI says everything about which floor you're on. And this really gets to the heart of it all. The designer who will not only survive but thrive in this new era isn't the person with the fastest hands. That race is already lost to the machine. It's the person with the biggest thoughts. Vision, strategy, and the courage to create. That's the new skill set. So we end right back where we started, but hopefully with a totally new way of looking at things. The elevator is here. The doors are open. It's time to decide which button you're going to press. So I'll just leave you with this to think about. Which stage do you reside on?